from Holland America Line. So let's pop us with a Holland America Line ship. So Holland America Line have today announced and launched their 2027 Canada and New England season. Now this is quite apt because we're going on a Canada and New England cruise in, well, next week, but we leave the UK in a few days. So Volendam and Zuiderdam will operate 20 voyages across 13 itineraries between 7 and 14 days in length from May to October in 2027. The season will highlight the region's national parks and rich heritage, with a majority of sailings, including scenic cruising of the St. Lawrence River, calls at Montreal or Québec City. Oh, I shall be showing you, oh, the ship. I shall be showing you next week both of them, Montreal and Québec City. And we cruise down the St. Lawrence River. So, in addition, a new itinerary dedicated to the area's lighthouses will feature. That's quite cool. So the season comprises of the 1,700 guest Volendam even, will sail 4 7-day itineraries between Boston and Montreal, or a round trip from Boston. That's cool. Boston's lovely. All itineraries include visits to Quebec City, Sydney, and Halifax. Select itineraries call at Prince Edward Island, Eastport, and Portland, Maine, and St. John. We're going to quite a few of those ports next week, so if you want to see what they're like to decide whether you want to book your Hal cruise there, keep watching. I'm going to try and do a live at each port, but we'll see how that goes, depending on ship Wi-Fi connectivity. So Volendam will also operate 10 and 11-day itineraries between Boston and Montreal, or a round trip from Montreal. Ports of call include a combination of Halifax, Corner Brook, St. John's, and St. Anthony, Newfoundland. Havre St. Pierre, where we go, so I'll be showing you what that's like. Bay Camus, Sanguinet, and Quebec City, Quebec. St. John, Charlottetown, and Eastport. Lots of places. It would also sail a 14-day Atlantic and colonial New England from Fort Lauderdale, Florida to Montreal, visiting 7 ports, including Norfolk, Virginia, as well as a late-night departure from Prince Edward Island and an overnight stay in Quebec City. That sounds lovely. Very nice. Excuse me. 2,300 guest Zuiderdam will cruise between Quebec City and Boston, or a round trip from Boston, on a series of 3 7-day itineraries. Select itineraries featuring late-night departures from Prince Edward Island, Portland we're going to next week, so I will show you Portland, and Quebec City. In addition, Zuiderdam will sail a 14-day Atlantic, New England, and Quebec itinerary from Quebec City to Miami, Florida, visiting 8 ports, including an overnight call at Halifax. Very nice. So this Lighthouse cruise, it's a 9-day Lighthouses and Harbors of Canada and New England cruise aboard Volendam, and it departs on October the 2nd, 2027, from Montreal to New York City. Oh, that's the same cruise. Well, not the same cruise. We're doing the cruise from Montreal to New York City. Guests will visit up to 10 lighthouses across 22 shore excursions, including Maine's Portland Headlight and Nova Scotia's Peggy's Cove Lighthouse, including scenic cruising and calls at Halifax, Nova Scotia, Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island, and Bar Harbor, Maine. And prices start from £2,469 per person. That's really good. Yeah, there's a few other itineraries. And then This is guests sailing on Holland America Line's 2027 Canada and New England cruises will have the chance to enrich their cruise through the line's destination dining concept. Local flavours and dishes will be served on board, including Maine lobster. I mean, you can't go to Maine and not have their lobster. It's incredible. And I'm not even a big lobster fan, but lobster rolls in Maine, mwah, chef's kiss, delicious. So Prince Edward Island mussels. I never tried mussels, so maybe I should. Boston baked beans. I'm not even sure what they are, but we're going to Boston again soon, so we should try them. And when departing Quebec, guests can attend a locally inspired cheese and wine celebration. Wow. So Paul Grigsby, Vice President of Deployment and Itinerary Planning. What a job. That would be amazing going. Actually, I say that. Excuse me. We were on a cruise years ago, over 10 years ago, in the Caribbean, and we were on a catamaran tour, and it was a new one that season, because we'd been many times and realized it was new. And actually there was a lady on it who was what's the word, scouting out new excursions, and she told us on the slide, because we were I think you got to be careful with things like that when you say that you work for the cruise line when you're on a shore excursion, and then people would be like, ah, complaint. And she'd obviously tricked us out and tricked that we'd be happy and we wouldn't complain, and we were really happy. So she told us, and I was like, oh my God, that's an amazing job. So yeah, this guy, what an amazing job. And his team, wow, being able to go and itinerary plan and try out these itineraries as well. I mean, that's incredible. So he has said, our Canada and New England itineraries are designed to showcase the wonders of the region, from its breathtaking national parks and storied lighthouses to its rich French heritage. Guests can experience magnificent French culture without ever leaving North America, all while enjoying, a front row seat to the stunning fall foliage that makes this part of the world unforgettable. I cannot wait to see the fall foliage. For a limited time, when guests book 2027 Canada and New England cruises with the Have It All early booking bonus, they will receive shore excursion credit, specialty dining credit, prepaid crew appreciation, an elite beverage package, premium Wi-Fi, and up to US $300 per person on board credit. That's incredible. On Howl, the shore excursions on all cruises are getting more and more expensive, but time, things aren't ever going to get cheaper. So shore excursion credit is good. Specialty dining credit is excellent, because the specialty dining options on Howl are excellent. Prepaid crew appreciation, that's always good. And their elite beverage package, that's a really good deal as well. I've only ever get the non-alcoholic one on Howl, because I rarely drink, and that suits me, but this sounds good. And premium Wi-Fi is always good to have. So guests can also take advantage of Holland America Line's exclusive Mariner Society early booking bonus. So Mariner Society loyalty members can enjoy up to US $400 onboard credit per stateroom when these cruises open for sale. So guests must book these cruises by December the 8th, 2025 to receive the exclusive Mariner Society early booking bonus. That is a very good deal, and you could end up with a lot of onboard credit to spend. It says basically look at on the website, visit hollandamerica.com, or consult your travel agent, and they will, don't know what happened to the ship then, and they will sort you out and help you book. If you book it, let me know, and if you're interested in a New England Canada itinerary, keep watching. I will try and do vertical lives when I am in different ports, and we are sailing, we're flying to New York later this week, and then next week we shall cruise. So I hope to show you and take you along. Do let me know if you book one of these Howl cruises. They sound incredible, and I think I should be looking at them myself for 2027.